What's up, crew? Starting a new mesocycle this week, doing a new split. This is going to be a 3-day split, and today is push day. So that means today we're aiming for 4 exercises. There's going to be 3 sets per exercise and aiming for 5 to 6 reps per exercise. The goal of this mesocycle is to lift heavy, build strength. Now the split that I'm doing is 3 days on, 1 day off. I've got the time to do that. If you don't have the same kind of time in your schedule, you can easily just lift 3 days a week, 1 day on, 1 day off, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever works for you. Don't feel like you have to be in the gym every day. Do what works for you. Any work in the gym is better than no work in the gym. This mesocycle is gonna last about 6 to 8 weeks. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on how I'm feeling at the end of each week and deciding when I should take my deload. And yes, you absolutely should build deloads into your programs to make sure you have adequate time to let your body recover, especially when you start getting older, like me in my late 40s. But I have to make sure that I am giving myself time to rest and recover and reduce my risk of injury. All right, heading into the gym, let's go. There's lots of variations you can do with the bench press. I prefer to do the close grip bench press. Why? It recruits more of the triceps and the shoulders in addition to the pecs to move the weight, as opposed to a wider grip which focuses more on the chest. Ultimately, choose the variation that works best for you. If close grip hurts, doesn't feel good, go to wide grip. If wide grip is not working for you, it's too fatiguing and you just feel like you want to move more weight, go to close grip. I like the close grip because it also more accurately simulates what we'll be doing in jiu-jitsu, because think about it, when we're pushing someone off of us, usually our hands are close to our shoulders as opposed to being really wide out. That's why I chose that. If for some reason you just don't have access to that equipment, either the gym that you're at doesn't have a bench press for some reason, maybe you're at a hotel somewhere, or maybe just everyone's benching that day. It's chest day for everybody. Just substitute in something else that's going to simulate that. Maybe move to a dumbbell press or something like that. Even go over to a machine. What's key is that you keep on stimulating that muscle group. With any lift that you do, you always want to have a slow, controlled eccentric where you're lowering the weight slowly, under control. That's where studies seem to show that we get the most muscle growth out of that. But when we go to the concentric, where we're pushing the weight, that's when we want to be as explosive as possible. Even if the weight isn't moving very fast, that's okay. The intent is what matters. That's what's going to activate our fast twitch muscles and stimulate our nervous system more to move that weight faster. That's going to help us train our bodies to generate the power we need for jiu-jitsu. Deficit push-ups can be very humbling. The way you progress this, though, is either if you have someone you can lift with, they could actually put a weight on your back. That's one option. The other option is to start getting a platform for your feet to be on and slowly raise your feet up, so the higher you are, the more difficult that push-up becomes. So that's a way to progress that. We're wrapping this up with ball slams. Good cardio, good way to exhaust the fast twitch muscles. So I'm allowing myself lots of rest in between sets. Studies show that approximately a 5-to-1 rest to work ratio works best for plyometric exercises like this. Because we're exhausting the system so quickly, we need to give it time to regenerate so we can get the most out of the next set. So around 5-to-1. If you can't get it exactly to 5-to-1, it's okay. We're just looking at ways of optimizing, but just do what you can. When doing something like ball slams, the way to make this work effectively is that every single rep you do has to be like your last. You want to slam that ball to the ground with maximum force. Act as if you're trying to destroy whatever that ball is landing on. Don't hold back for, oh, I want to have power for those last few reps. No, go hard with every single rep. That's where you're going to get the most out of this exercise. Alrighty, that is the end of push day. Now, the key to any workout is to allow yourself time to rest and recover. So that means Getting a good night of sleep means relaxing whenever I can. Now, you might have a job to go to, you might have kids. Do the best you can. The most important thing is to get enough sleep at night. The second, or I'm gonna say tied for most important thing you need to do, nutrition. If you wanna make the most of any workout, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein for one, and make sure you're consuming the right number of calories. Right now, I'm just trying to maintain my weight, so I need to eat enough to make sure that I am gonna be able to maintain my weight and fuel what I'm doing. And making sure I'm getting enough protein, about 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. Make sure you're doing that too. That's it. That's the whole workout for today. Let me know what you think. Thanks for taking the time. Like, subscribe, share, feed the algorithm. Follow me on Instagram, St. Brian BJJ, and I'll see you next time.